So one thing in international politics is really interesting from a European perspective, I think, because in my perception, Europeans think so much, care so much about what other countries and other regions think of them. And we constantly try to help from our perspective. I'm not saying we're doing everything right, but I think we are getting a lot of pushback, a lot of criticisms that are not actually justified. And so Mali is a really interesting case. Mali is a country in somewhat northern Africa, and they asked for help from Europe a couple of years ago because they have a jihadist insurgency there. A couple of countries helped. Germany was one of them. Germany has nothing to do with the country, right? So there's no resources there, there's no colonial history there, there's no strong connection, cultural connection, immigration, anything. We have nothing to do with them, right? Yet when they asked us for help, we went there to help them with troops, to secure the population and to ward off the insurgency. A couple of years later, the government changed in a coup, if I remember correctly, and suddenly they told us to get out. And because we're trying to behave correctly, we said, okay, if the government doesn't want us anymore, we'll leave, right? So they asked us for help, we came, they asked us to leave, we left. Now what's happening is that after the Western forces left, the government invited Russia in. So you can probably already figure out where the story is going. The Russians didn't protect the civilian population, quite the opposite. And of course, they just took control of the resources there. And they didn't fight the jihadists. And the result is now that the jihadists control most of the country. They are besieging the capital city. And to Europe, this is a problem because we don't need insurgencies. We don't need the countries that are bordering our body of water, the Mediterranean Sea, to be controlled by Russia. But at the same time, honestly, I'm at this point where I'm saying, let them, because they asked for our help. We didn't have any obligation, we helped them. Then they told us to fuck off, and then we fucked off, which wasn't that easy, right? Because we had to move all the heavy equipment out of an African country in the Sahel zone, right? Which costs a lot of money. Like German soldiers died there. Other European soldiers died there. It costs the taxpayers a lot of money for something that's actually not our business. And so, honestly, at this point of time, I think we should really think more about Europe first, and has this bad connotation of America first, but we're constantly trying to help people that honestly don't deserve it. In this case, their government doesn't deserve the help. I'm sure the people on the street were very thankful for the soldiers protecting them while they were there, but we can't save everybody all the time. Yes, we have a security interest there, but let's stop trying to save everybody when we actually have a body of water in between. And so I would say this is the perfect case for what we shouldn't do. We shouldn't get involved in people's business. If we do this, in the end, out of a niceness, and they tell us to fuck off, we should really listen to them and never help them again. They wanted to deal with the jihadists themselves. They wanted to align themselves with Russia. Good luck. Have fun with that. Take care.